All right, so as you guys know, Maria and I, this is Maria's backside. Maria and I went to Volcano this last weekend, not this weekend, last weekend, and we did a lot of hiking because we tried to see sunrises. We meditated on the at the opening of the crater. We just did different parts of the volcano, and two things happened. One, we found out how we get into our conventional walk. That's the walk that we do day to day on perfectly level grounds where we barely lift our feet up and we're almost dragging our feet. And you can do that on flat level ground. And the other thing that we found out is from all the hiking is you get really stiff. In fact, I've been trying to keep up the hiking in the morning like we did at Volcano, and I've been hiking in the morning, and it's amazing how sore, and I used to tell this to my students, and it's funny remembering back, because I said, the strange thing about fitness is that you're going to be forever sore, but you'll never be in pain. Like you'll have soreness everywhere, which you could work through, but you'll never have pain. Pain is when your back goes out and you can't move, you have pain in the knees. That's the thing we don't want to have. But when you start getting into shape, you're going to be sore always, and you get accustomed to it. Like I'm starting, after a week of it, I'm starting to get accustomed to being sore, but that means I'm tight all the time. So once again, we have to be able to move our joints properly. And when I was hiking, I noticed I had a hard time lifting my feet up going up hillsides or higher boulders because I'd gotten in the bad habit of city walking with perfectly level floors. In fact, where I'm from, California, if you have an uneven sidewalk in front of your house and someone trips and falls, that's a personal injury. So they can sue you for it. So we're going to work on some of these details of how to flex the major joints and flex them to the height that's required of them versus what we've gotten used to and we've habituated. But that also means you're going to work. So as you open these muscles, metabolically, your body has to work harder because you have a greater range of motion that you're in control of. Okay, and that's where we're going to start. We're going to start out with the block. You're going to put the block under the ball of your left foot. Your heel will be down. The reason we always start with this stretch is it's so integral to so many things. What made us interesting as humans and the ability to locomote through life is that we stood upright, and in order to do so, we had to have a strong glute max, strong quad connection, and strong, mainly, calf connection. So when this muscle tightens up, we start rounding back into going onto all fours. So we're going to keep this muscle nice and lengthened, abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy, feet are parallel, shoulder blades are down and back, head is over top the body, and now you're going to pump your hips forward. This is opening up that gastrocnemius. So you have full range of motion. The foot, you're able to propel yourself forward, and you're having walking efficiency. There they are. I'll move over. Thank you. Just keep pumping those hips forward. Just see what it feels like to open up that calf muscle. Like I said, it's a crazy day because we're making room for contractors, or at least fix-it people. Abs are nice and tight. Used to be you have to have a contractor to fix something up. Now you can, because the state of things are, anyone who can fix things can fix things. Okay, now bend and straighten your right leg, keep your left leg straight, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in that tummy. Is your mic up? Keep breathing. Oh, feel the stretch. Is that 10?
18.
Oh.
20.
Okay, we're gonna switch to the left knee bending. Right leg stays straight. This is opening up your soleus now. Abs are engaged, chest is up, head's over top of your body. Notice how your hips want to go backwards. Keep them forward as you do this. That's where we really excelled. When we went upright, we had to commit to be fully upright, to get our heads over the top of our hips. And good, we're gonna switch sides. And that's how come as you see people age, they start rounding and rounding and rounding. And once they start rounding, they start falling. That's what we don't like about it. Abs are nice and tight. You're pumping your hips forward. Notice if this side's tighter or looser. Keep that head over top of the body. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Yawning counts. Keep breathing. Watch the alignment. Knees over the top of your feet and your feet are parallel.
20.
Okay, you're going to bend and straighten your left knee. Make sure that left knee goes straight forward, straight back, and it doesn't go medial. Keep breathing. You'll also feel this pull through some of your glute muscles because they all work together. And you're breathing.
20.
Okay, bend and straighten your right knee. Make sure your hips stay forward as you bend that right knee. Don't let your right knee go medial. Smiles are up. Almost all of the knee pain created in hiking and walking is because of tight quads and tight calves. And that's why we're going to work on our calves next. Roller will be off to your left. Quads. I said quads, didn't I? Quads.
No, you said calves.
We're going to work on the quads. You're going to reach back and grab a hold of your left leg with your right hand. Abs are nice and tight. Keep your knees together. I know you're going to want to take your leg out to the side when, like you see a lot of runners do, which is a pretty much useless stretch. You want to keep your knees together. Now, abs are nice and tight. Push your hips forward and then take your left leg further back behind you as if you're straightening it. Abs are nice and tight. Okay, suck in your tummy. I knew that. How many now?
12.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna squat down. You're gonna get your knees close to the ground as you can, and then you're gonna come back up. You're only using the roller for balance, so don't crush the roller. You should feel it, your right glute max working, your right quad working. You should not feel your knee or your hip or your low back or your neck. Abs are nice and tight. See how Maria's posture is? She's working all the energy into her hips. Nothing's going into her low back. What number are we on?
10.
10, I knew that. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Roller goes off to your right. You're gonna grab a hold of that right leg. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're just stretching. Try to push your hips forward as your right leg comes back behind you. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. And you're breathing. And, yeah. Nope, not yet. Okay. And, not yet. Okay, here we go. Squat away. Squat. Try to get as low as you did on the other side. You should feel the work in your butt, in your quad, not in your knee or your hip. Keep breathing. One more for me. Feet back down on the ground. Just see how things are starting to feel. We're going to do a forward fold. You're just going to put your hands on the roller and you're going to lean forward. Open up your shoulders, straight spine, abs nice and tight. Push your hips back. Push your arms forward. Suck in your tummy. First chakra is your pelvic floor. Second chakra is your lower abs. Third chakra is your upper abs. I want all of those drawing in. Even in the equestrian world, the old gray mare becomes the old gray mare when the belly starts hanging out. Okay. Not yet. Keep breathing, keep smiling, keep stretching, keep your abs engaged. We're working muscles and not joints. So you should come on up. You shouldn't feel any of this in joints, especially as we now start leaning back. You can push down on your roller to give you more of a lean back. You can see how much Maria is extending through her spine. You're gonna open up a muscle here called the platysma, as well as your abs. Shoulder blades are down and back. No pressure in your low back. If you feel pressure in your low back, tighten your abs. Keep breathing, keep your legs straight. Anytime? Nope, not yet.
20.
Okay. We haven't done these in a while. You're just gonna put your elbow on the roller. Doesn't matter what height you are, it'll work out. Unless you're super short. None of you are, so this works out fine. You're gonna take your hand over the top of your head as you're simultaneously pushing down on the roller. Abs are nice and tight.
Make sure you're pressing your left leg down, square your hips, and squeeze your obliques on this side, and press that rib cage up towards the sky on your left side. Really, really reach with the side body, as we call it in yoga.
Not sure what part of the body that is, but see how I naturally did this and Maria didn't have to correct nothing? So this is a hard stretch for everybody, and it's one we forget to do. Just a little bit longer. Keep the weight distribution 50-50 through both feet. And then slowly come out of this. See if you accidentally put it in your neck. You'll know because your neck's sore. Okay, we're gonna do the opposite side. Oh, ah. Maria's gonna come around and correct this side on me just for your guys' sake.
Yes.
Because it feels weird if she doesn't do both sides.
So square your hips, meaning level your hips. Squeeze your obliques on your left side. Press that right rib cage up and out.
Weight distribution's 50-50
Imagine my
through both
hand on
feet.
your ribs and push into it. At the same time, you're also going to soften that rib cage. Shorten the abs. Good, and keep breathing.
What's really important is that 50-50 weight distribution through both feet. I know you're heavy on your left. Try to make it even left and right. Suck in that tummy. And like I said, you don't do this during the day. You just don't. There's nothing that drives us to do this. And so our bodies can tighten and it can reshape our body. And then come out of this one. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. You're going to interlock your fingers behind your back. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Chest is up. You're going to move your head and neck around. Keep your abs engaged. Feet are parallel. You're opening up all the structures of the neck, the lymphatics, eustachian tubes, retrotracheal air space. Try to work extension as much as flexion. I know we all like flexion because we're used to it. But if we only did what we were good at, we'd be really funky looking. Because I'm really good at sleeping on a sofa. Notice what it feels like to clear your ears by moving your neck. And good. Go ahead, release your arms, shake out your arms. The abs are nice and tight. See how things feel as you move your head around? We're going to come down onto our left knee. As you're on your left knee, your abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Chest is up. Head is over the top of the block. I can't stress that enough. We're going to activate the riding reflex as we move the hips around and don't move the head around. Remember, circles are round. Every athletic motion is hidden in a circle. That's why we have to do this. Otherwise, we compensate somewhere else in our body.
Opposite direction.
All right. Keep breathing. Oh. Smiles are up. Okay, we're gonna stretch forward. I want you to feel the deep stretch in what's called your rectus femoris. Let it open up. Lean as far forward as you can. Abs are nice and tight, knees over top of your foot. Stretch, suck in that tummy. Just a little longer. You should feel your rectus opening up. You should also feel your deep hamstrings and some of your adductors opening up. Keep your abs engaged so no pressure goes in your low back. Reach back and grab a hold of your left foot with your right hand. Once again, no pressure in your low back. You can add a twist to the right. You're breathing. Suck in that tummy. First, second, third chakras are fired up. And we're going to come out of it by straightening your leg, moving your right leg across midline slightly, and then leaning forward with that left hand. Chest is up, abs are nice and tight. If you want, you can reach down with your right hand and grab your right toes. Okay, we're coming out of this and switching sides. Left foot is forward, right knee is on the block, head is over the top of the block, abs are nice and tight, chest is up, hip circle it out. Smiles are up. Keep breathing, keep your core engaged. Suck in that tummy, smiles are up.
Opposite direction.
Okay. Remember, circles are round. If you can't make a hip circle, you're going to compensate somewhere else in your body, your shoulders, neck, low back, knees, or feet. And
good.
Okay, we're going to stretch forward once again, opening up the rectus femoris, but also your adductors and hamstrings. Really lean forward. It's seldom we take this leg back this far behind you unless you're at a full sprint. Don't let pressure go into your low back by keeping your abs engaged. Jaws relaxed, smiles are up.
20.
Okay, you're gonna come back up. You're gonna reach back behind you, grab a hold of that right foot with your left hand. You're gonna stretch forward again. This is just a deeper stretch of that rectus femoris. Add a twist to your left. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Keep the work out of your low back.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna come back up. Oh, we forgot one, sorry. You're gonna take your leg across midline to come out of this. Oh, too far. You're gonna stretch forward first with your right hand, abs are nice and tight. And as it starts opening up, you can reach down with your left hand as well. Keep smiling, keep breathing.
Okay.
And then come back up to your feet. And I forgot what we're gonna do. If you get a little lightheaded, you can come into a squat and just let your blood pressure regulate. I really forgot what I brought you back up to your feet for. Oh yes, I remember now. We're gonna go over, even though we've done most of it, we're gonna go over what we call the big three. The big three are your calves, your quads, and your butt. If you can take care of those three muscles, you can take care of most back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, and foot pain. This is essential for if you're hiking and things like that, playing pickleball, different things to be able to bend your extremities. So we're gonna do each one of these in a little more sequential way so you can see what it looks like. We're gonna do the same stretches again. You're gonna put your foot on the block, heel is down, abs are nice and tight. We're gonna just pump your hips forward. You should feel a whole lot easier than what we did before. Abs are nice and tight. These are your calves. We're opening up specifically the gastrocnemius. The gastrocnemius is what lengthens us and allows us to stand up straight. When this muscle shortens, our shoulders round and our head moves forward and our bellies stick out. Okay? From here, you're gonna bend and straighten your right leg. Abs are nice and tight. Okay. Keep breathing. We're re-stretching some of the same muscles. Now bend and straighten your left leg. Keep your hips forward, very important. Keep breathing. Just notice what your low back's feeling like. Keep your hips forward. First, second, third chakra. First chakra is your pelvic floor. Second chakra is your lower abs. Third chakra is your upper abs. Keep them all engaged. As we now straight spine, flex forward, and then come back up. No pressure in your low back. We're not using joints. We're using muscles. Use major muscle groups to stabilize your core so no work goes into your low back. No pain in your knees. No pain in your neck or your shoulders because we're not using those. Plus, those are joints and not muscles. We want to work muscles. Okay, let's switch sides. Start out again. Feet are parallel, abs are nice and tight, shoulder blades are down, first, second, third chakras are fired up. You're gonna pump those hips forward. Keep breathing. Keep your abs engaged. Keep your head over the top of your pelvis. Smiles are up.
20.
Okay, bend and straighten your left leg. Keep your right leg straight. Watch the alignment of your knee over the top of your foot. This is stretching out your gastroc. Gastrocnemius. And now we're gonna, okay, keep going.
20.
Okay, now bend and straighten your right leg. Keep your hips forward. I know your butt's gonna want to stick out, but even as little as it bends, keep your hips forward. Abs are nice and tight. We're opening a muscle called the soleus. The soleus is again important for upright posture, but it's also the second heart. It pumps blood from our lower extremities back towards our heart. So it's integral that we keep this muscle flexible, and some of the ways to lower blood pressure is actually lengthening your calves. Okay, straight spine, flex forward, come back up. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. No pressure is going in your low back because you're not rounding it. We want a nice straight back. We're working muscles and not joints, so you shouldn't feel this in your knees, your hips, your low back, your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, or your feet. It should be in muscles. You should feel this in your calves, hamstrings, quads. Okay. So that was the calves. We're gonna go straight to the quads. You're gonna go knee down. Abs are nice and tight. We're just gonna stretch forward. All you do is stretch forward. This one's pretty straightforward. Taking you through the sequence of keeping yourself out of trouble. And this will alleviate most back pain and neck pain. Okay, reach back, grab a hold of that foot. Chest up, abs tight. No pressure in that low back. Push your hips forward. If you do feel pressure in your low back, it means you need to tighten your abs a lot. And a nice sunny day, looks like it's clouding up. Okay. Okay. We're gonna switch sides. Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy, head is over top little block. Push your hips forward. There we go. Stretch out this rectus femoris. It's really interesting because the rectus femoris goes from the knee up into the hip, and then the psoas goes from your low back into the femur. So there's a lot of flexion that happens, and we need to open up flexion so we can be upright. Okay. We're gonna reach back, grab a hold of that foot once again. Abs nice and tight. Push your hips forward. We're gonna rotate, suck in your tummy. And you can pump. Feel the lengthening of that rectus femoris. No pressure in your low back. If you feel that pressure, tighten your abs. Okay, go ahead, release that leg. As we now come back into standing. So you already should feel different in relationship. In stance, you should be much more upright. Now you're gonna take your left ankle, put it over your right knee. Rollers off to your left. Your figure four. What's important on this is their toe points up. So this is called flexion. We're gonna go flexion of the knee, flexion of the ankle. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna sit your butt back and down. You're gonna put arch in your back. Notice how Maria has a nice curve in her back? We want that there. You shouldn't feel any pressure in your low back. Should be opening in your left butt cheek. Lower down deeper, chest up, abs nice and tight. This is your glute max and piriformis complex. We have to open that up. This also allows us to get deeper in our squat comfortably so our athletic ready posture improves. Okay, we're gonna straighten your right knee. Stay in this position. Remember, we're stretching muscles and not joints. So if you feel excessive pressure in your knee, tighten your quad, tighten your hamstring, tighten your calf, tighten your abs, tighten your lats. We're leaning over for a stretch. Keep breathing, keep smiling up. Shoulder blades are down and back. Keep the muscles of your leg on to protect your joints. Abs are on. Okay, let's come up nice and tall now. Hands over the top of our heads. Push your hips forward. Suck in your tummy. Oh, you should feel lengthening here now of your TFL, your tensor fasciae lata. If you want, you can do what Maria's doing and go 2 hands in the air. I don't feel like it. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. You're crossing your right ankle over your left knee, your rollers off to your right, your abs are nice and tight. We're gonna sit down into it. You're gonna flex your toe, flex your knee, butt sticks out. You should feel a stretch in your right glute max. Chest is up, smiles up, curve in your low back as you lower down a little further. And further. Feel that stretch. Abs are nice and tight. Stick out your booty. Yet.
18.
Smiles are up.
20.
Okay, straighten your, what is that, left leg? Remember, we're stabilizing with muscles. If you feel excessive pressure in your joints, tighten up muscles. Because we're working muscles and not joints. Keep breathing. Abs, calves, quads, butt muscles. And then we're coming back up again. Arm goes over the top of your head. You're pushing your hips forward. You're opening up tensor fasciae lata. If you want, yes, you can take both hands up. You don't have to. Suck in your tummy.
10.
Ooh. Okay, both feet down. I want you to see what your back feels like now. Because we did that for opening of the back, so we're going to do a hip circle. And now you can go in the opposite direction. So what's really nice is now when you walk, you're able to lift your joints to the height required of them, and you don't have to fall over or fall off balance. So we're going to do that real quickly. Bring your knee above the level of your hip. It's just stuff falling. Bring your knee above the level of your hip, and we're just going to hold it there. Balance. Because if you can't hold up your leg as long as you need to hold it up, you're going to compromise and throw your leg down, and then you get yourself in a load of trouble when the ground is uneven or unstable. Okay, we're going to take your right leg back behind you, up off the ground. Keep your feet parallel. You're going to hold it here. Really contract that right butt cheek. Abs are nice and tight. Keep that rear leg straight. Front knee is bent. Okay, we're switching sides. Notice if one side is better than the other. This is where we get ourselves into problems. Keep the feet parallel. Don't let this foot turn out, but keep it parallel. Woo. Lower yourselves down. Straighten that rear leg. Chest is up. Just feel the balance. Should be easy.
10.
And unless you practice it, you don't get to keep it. That's unfortunate. As we now head to the ground. So what we did is a big three. The big three is really important for keeping the body open, the calves, the quads, and the butt. We're going to do one more thing with calves, quads, and butt. Is we're going to open up the quads along with tibialis anterior. You're going to lean back. You can use blocks. You can use 2 balls, or like Maria's going to do, she's going to use her hands. Come closer. You're so far off the screen. You're going to think like I smell bad or something. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We're going to do sit-ups here. Suck in your tummy and release. You want to suck in your tummy so much you feel the stretch of your quads. Smiles are up, chest is up, neck is long. Okay, let's curl our toes under. If you feel excessive pressure in your toes, that really means you need to push your heels back. That'll open up your plantar fascia and your Achilles tendon as it goes into your calf muscles. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Same thing again, tighten your abs so tight you can feel your quads stretch. Should be no pressure in your low back. This next move after this, which we're gonna do, we did in our other class. We did it with 2 blocks, we're gonna do it with 1 block in this class because we saw how people struggled. But in the meantime, tighten your abs, release, tighten your abs, release. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna be on your right knee. If you need to fold up your mat so you have more padding under your right knee, that's fine. You're gonna put your left foot on the block. This goes back to hiking, where we were hiking and we had to pick up our feet because there may be a boulder or a crack in the trail or a tree branch. You're gonna take your right hand forward, left hand back. This is lifting your foot off a known height. You're gonna lift up and then put it back down. Feel what it feels like to balance. Abs are engaged, smiles are up. Okay, now your foot goes off to the left side of the block. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna lift, clear it, put it down on the inside. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Do not fall over. You'll know, whoa, as I was just about to say, it will get easier the more that you do, but I just managed to throw myself all off, opening up my mouth.
10.
I gotta do a few more for penance. Okay, good. Switch sides. We'll edit that out. Left hand forward, right hand back. You're gonna lift, hold, gently lower it back down. No throwing up, lift it up. Like you're doing this intentionally. Okay, the block off to the side of the block, and then in front of the block. Off to the side, in front of the block. Abs are nice and tight. Hold that balance. Notice if one side's better than the other. Like, for me, this side's better, obviously.
10.
Good. Come back into kneeling. We're going to look at another piece that we haven't looked at in a very long time. I should check the time. I can't see my clock. Everything's been moved. Hands are on the ground. You're in a kneeling position. This is not very exciting, but this could save you from a catastrophe. You're going to take your right foot forward, put it right next to your hands, and then you're going to bring it back. Left foot forward and back. You can immediately see why this would be useful. There are a couple points in the hike where it was kind of steep and we would have to put our hands in the ground. Not favorable, but we gotta be able to do it. But if we're gonna do it, we might as well do it well.
10.
Okay, good. Figure out what was tight in there because we're gonna open it up. Can I have a ball? Ball and block. We're going to go into a pigeon position. We're going to stretch things open this way first. Ooh, chest is up. Abs are nice and tight. Rear leg is pointed. Abs are on. No pressure in your low back, no pressure in your knees. Toe up on that left foot, so flex those toes up. Chest is up. Smiles are up. You can wiggle your hips. Okay. From here, you're just going to take your foot, bring it out to the side. You're going into a lizard pose. Keep your knee close to your body on this one. Don't let it go out to the side. These are all the deep hip flexors. We got to be able to flex our hips in order to get over some of the boulders we have in our lives. Okay, we're going to switch sides. You're going to go into what looks like a pigeon on this side. Oh, running out of space behind me. Left toes are pointed, right toes are flexed, chest is up, abs are on. You can rock side to side if you like. It is very comforting to rock, that's why mothers rock babies. It has a lot to do with the fact that at one point, babies were in between mom's hips, and when she walked, they would be rocked. Okay, and now you're gonna take, oh, I forgot to change sides. Take your foot up. Keep your knee close to your elbow. Open up this stretch, chest is up. Smiles are up. Okay, come on out of this. We're gonna come back into kneeling. Feel what it feels like to bend your knees. Feel the stretch in your quads. Should feel a lot more uniform, a lot more natural. More in the center of the muscles and less in the knees as we now go into our nice pelvic floor exercises. Balls midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Your shoulder blades are down back, your neck's nice and relaxed. And you're breathing. Make sure that head is over the top of the ball. That is the key here, because that's balance. You're getting what's called the tentorium cerebelli over the top of your pelvic bowl, one of the midline diaphragms. And then we're going to just interlock our fingers back behind us. Chest opens up once again. You're moving your head and neck around. We've done a lot of repetition of simple stretches, but simple stretches that can make a difference in how your body feels. Because like I said earlier, and Maria says all the time to me, is if you're doing all the right things, you'll be sore all the time. Sore, you can take care of with stretching. Pain, we have to take care of through intervention.
Opposite direction.
So this is just teaching you how to get soreness out of your body so you can do your daily active life and you don't feel defeated. Okay, good. Release that arm. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to take your right foot forward. You're going to lift up nice and tall. Shoulder blades are down back. You're going to suck in your tummy and then release. Suck in your tummy and release. Keep that pelvic floor on. Keep your ball midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. And head over the top of the ball. As you now take your left hand over your knee, right hand to your butt, chest is up. We're going to rotate over to that right side. Suck in that tummy, chest up. Keep twisting, keep your abs engaged. This is rotating all your internal organs and wringing them out. It's creating an asymmetrical load on your lungs, so you can open up one lung more than the other.
20.
Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Bend your right knee, bring your left foot forward. First, we're gonna sit up nice and tall, draw your shoulder blades down and back, heads over top of the ball. Ball's midway between your pubic bone and tailbone. Tighten your abs, release. Smiles are up. This pelvic floor connection is also important and powerful in how we use the body. How many is that?
19, 20.
Okay, we're gonna rotate your right knee, a hand goes on your left knee. Left hand goes on your booty cheek. You're gonna lift up nice and tall, squeeze, rotate, and breathe. Notice how this opens up your left lung more than your right lung. Notice how it twists your internal organs, liver, stomach, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder, large and small intestines, kidneys, and your aorta. Twist a little bit more, lift up a little bit more, abs are engaged a lot more.
20.
Come back to center. You're gonna come with both feet forward now, abs are nice and tight, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. Make sure you're on top of the block, on top of the ball. The shoulder blades are down and back, we're gonna do sit-ups, suck in your tummy, and then release. Suck it in, release. Your job is to try to get your abdominal muscles to cramp and not just suck in. Smiles are up. Hands and stick them up. We're gonna do our little bounces, strengthen that pelvic floor. You can do the Maria. I don't know what Maria's doing when she does this, but it looks cute. Abs are nice and tight.
Makes everybody smile.
It does. Okay, stay in this position. Pinkies are gonna face backwards. Chest up, pump your arms straight back. Keep that pelvic floor on, keep your chest up, keep your abs tight. Okay. Oh, you're gonna come up off the ball. Hold on to the ball, take the block away. You're gonna have a seat on top of the ball. Underneath your right butt cheek, you're gonna cross your right ankle over your left knee. Oh, you're gonna roll it out. Smiles are up. This is opening up your glute max piriformis complex. Jaws relax. This will help you with what's called tight ass syndrome. Keep sucking in your tummy. We're using our abs. If you want, you can pull that heel down and reach across, pull your knee to your chest to get this a whole lot deeper. And you can go in the opposite direction at any old time. Whoa.
I don't know why my ball keeps making
Your
noise.
ball makes a lot of noise. Mine's like, shh. Hers is like, angry bees. It has to do with how round your butt is. Mine's flat, so. Okay, we'll switch sides. Left ankle over right knee. Toes are flexed. Abs are nice and tight. You're rolling out this butt cheek. If you want, you can reach across with your right hand, pull your knee to your chest. Notice if one side's easier to work than the other side. So one of the things I got introduced to on the island was something called a coqui frog, which are incredibly loud. But it's kind of neat how they like raise the volume of the whole forest. They're apparently 100 decibels, which is about equivalent to a lawnmower. Okay. Put the ball underneath your sacrum. You're going to roll off the ball till your butt hits the ground. Your arms are back behind you. This is our position we normally do sit-ups. We're not going to do sit-ups here, per se. You're just going to roll over the ball. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to rock from side to side. Here's where we're going to find out a lot of information. If you feel pressure in your low back, that means you've accidentally used your psoas muscle. If you feel pressure in your front of your hips, that means you overuse something called your iliacus muscle, in which both cases they're hip flexors. But if you feel soreness and lengthening in your what would be your six pack, that's your rectus abdominis and transversus, and that's a great thing. That's what we want. Rock from side to side, and you're breathing. Okay, bend your knees, lift up your booty. You're going to take the ball out from underneath your back. You're going to take your roller and put it behind your head like a pillow. So your head's on the roller like a pillow. You're just going to turn your head left and right. And in the words of Buddha, this is nirvana. Just notice what things feel like. See if you accidentally put work into your neck. It shouldn't have gone there. But sometimes it does. And this is how you kind of ask for forgiveness. You can do yes as well as no's. Try a few yeses. Notice how when you do a yes, it causes you to fire up your abs. So this is a great way to do a very gentle on your neck sit up. Okay, from here, you're going to lay on the roller lengthwise. Butt at one end, head at the other end. Yes, we are. But what I want you to do once you're on the roller is wiggle up the roller until what's called your EOP, that weird bump on the back of your head, slightly comes off the end of the roller. This will get that tentorium cerebelli over the top of your pelvic floor. As you fire up first chakra, your pelvic floor, second chakra, your lower abs, third chakra, your upper abs, and then your fourth chakra is going to expand open. And I just want you to breathe as your feet are parallel and your knees are over tops of your feet. And just breathe. You can now turn your head left and right to see if you've accidentally used your neck during this class. Jaws relaxed. You can stretch one side longer than the other if you feel tightness. Once again, you may hear your ears popping as your eustachian tubes open up, and it regulates a muscle called the stapedius and the stylohyoid muscles. You can take your arms over the top of your head, just stretch. And breathe. You can continue to rock your head if you'd like. So you can smell your armpits. And then now bring your arms back down to your sides as you just breathe. You guys stay on your rollers. I'm going to come off my roller to bring you guys home. Feel what it feels like to have an elongated spine and bent knees of athletic ready posture, even though you're on your back. Feel what it feels like to breathe from your center. Feel how accessible meditation is. You guys have done an amazing job. And on behalf of Maria and me, we'd like to say thank you for being here, supporting us, doing the crazy things we ask of you. We appreciate you so very much. And namaste.
Namaste.